Dungeon 4, Dungeon 4. Get a better Master Sword. I guess we'll get this stuff up on Death Mount. I mean, like, we can't do Turtle Rock or anything yet, but... yeah, let me go. And, like, there's a path down here. It takes the hook shot to get across, but you can also just go up to the top and go across. I could get the blue cane. I have the money to replace... Like, normally you get that when you have the cape, but... I'm here now. Do I want to come back later? Yeah. I don't want to waste all my blue potion. Do I? No. You jump down here. And there's a cave full of spikes. And you have to navigate all these spikes to get to the end and get a reward. And you can do it just brute forcing it by bringing healing with you if you have enough health. Hold up the Master Sword, get the power of Ether. Which is just an ice thing that swirls around you and then freezes everyone on screen. But you also need this one for a quest later. You need Quake to get into Turtle Rock, and you need Ether to get into, Misery Mire. But you don't actually need the third one, Bombos, to get into anywhere, although it does have a good use. Oh, man, I don't... which one do I go down? I don't... Where's this one? Apparently it might be that one. Because in the Ice Palace... But yeah, Ice Palace, like the boss is frozen in a block of ice at the end. Surprise, the Ice Palace, and you have to use the fire rod normally to be like, hey, get out of there. I'm trying to get you, buddy. And you use a lot of shots of the fire rod, or you use one cast of Bombos. Granted, Bombos is also cool because it just, you know, explodes and sets everyone in the room on fire, so... no, that goes here too. I'm lost. I think I just wanted to jump to the very bottom. I don't even remember what the treasure chests have normally. I'm used to, like, randomizer where... You know, it's good to check up here when you have the hammer, or another way to get here, because there are, like, 4 treasure chests, which, when they're randomized into anything, can be important. In this room. Oh, it's 2 in this room. 4 in the other room, I guess. Because, you know, on a randomizer, for all you know, like, the hook shot's in there, or whatever. Yeah, here. Oh, 5. Sorry, I was mistaken. So yes, a total of 7 treasure chests. It's out of the way, but that's a lot of treasure chests. Boom, bum, bum, bum. I said I'd do it. And, you know, randomizer races, you do a lot of tricks and stuff. That up, that up. Ah. Well, it's been a while. That, I'll try to do once more and then I'll just ignore it. This right here is like the one bomb jump I've been able... Well, clearly not right now, but... I think that should... Yeah, look at that. Bomb jump. I might not be able to do any of the other ones, but I can get that one like a champ. Unfortunately, that's also one of the least useful ones. It saves a little bit of time, but not a lot. Definitely need to practice my bomb jumps in Ice Palace. That one gets very useful. And I've never been able to do the double bomb jump with the hammer. What are we doing? All right, Palace 4. Now, a magic mirror spot's up on the mountain, so I have to redo this. That's okay. Yep. Okay. Dungeon 4. Dungeon 4. Get a better master sword. And hurrah! No, 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 oh, whatever. Okay. Thief Town. Oh no, where could the dungeon be? I'm so frustrated. I'll just yank on this. Oh, what a staircase. I got the map. Good on me. You get all the items really quickly here because you need the big key to get into the rest of the dungeon. Heart? That's not a heart. Those, if they touch you momentarily, turn you into bunnies. Like, it doesn't stay because you have the moon pearl, but for a little bit, you are a defenseless pink little bunny. Like, ow, that. How do I... Come on, get out of the way, dude. Thank you. I know there's a treasure chest here. Yeah. Compass. Get the big key. This is the master key of the dungeon. It can open locks that the small keys can't, except it doesn't open small key doors, so it's not really a master key. It's just a different key. It fits the big lock on the big door and the big treasure chest. But like a master key implies it would open the small like that one. It does not. I take issue with your choice of words, game. There's a fairy or anti-fairy coming up. I'll just heal that way. Yeah. These things, you have to hit them when their little amoeba blob is out of their body. We don't care about them though, so let's just keep going. Ow. Yeah, I might care about this one. Do I need to... I forget if I have to hit that or not. I know I need him a certain direction. Yes, this is the way I need. The other way is just a clue. Yes, there are worse translations out there in the grand scheme of things. Oh, yes, there are. It's not even a translation thing, it's just a word choice. Okay, gotta blow that up. The telepathy thing, I don't remember if it's Sahasrara or Zelda, but either way, they're like, boss of this place, blind, doesn't like light. Which kind of goes with the you already knew about this because there was the lady in the light world, if you talk to her, who's like, there was a blind, like a thief who, in this area, didn't like light. Oh, no, I do have to do it the other way now. Ow. Doo-ba-doop-doop. Yes, I'll take a heart. Thank you. Okay. No, we don't want to go that way. Not yet. We do once we get down here. Ow. Stop that. And oh. This way. Oh, I guess these use the master, the big key too. My point still stands. And you throw pots through that for some reason. One of these is you are. You're a bad thing. Oh, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. Yeah. Let's see. A, you're a human. In the dark world without the moon pearl. Yes, the Titans met. Now you can lift the heaviest stones. B, we already saw what happened to the people who got, you know, transported to the dark world. They're in a crystal. I guess they are human still, but... I legitimately forgot that there's nothing in here. Oh well. And yes, if you take her to the front door, I'm not gonna bother doing it, but she's like, actually, I don't want to go out right now, or, you know, something like that. If you backtrack all the way to the start. But I'm not gonna do it because I'm right here, which is where we need to go. Hey, look, it's outside. One moment. Ah, too bright! Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna judge people based on looks normally, but someone just hit you with the ugly stick real hard, lady. Yes, there are all sorts of standards of beauty, and there shouldn't be one that's better than any other. People are different, and that's okay. But, ugh. You've got some, like, super Castlevania Dracula fangs going on. Yep. And now things start to get weird when you're talking to the ladies in the crystal, because we're not doing them in order. It's just a vampire frog. Yeah, come on, man. Why am I being so harsh? With a dress. Well, like, it turns into more like a nightgown type of, like, robe. Because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the wise men sealed the way to the dark world, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It's ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Is it ironic, or is this like Alanis Morissette ironic? It's ironic that the last one is the one that can become the hero. I mean, I guess... So, in... Ganon... Oh yeah, you can't call the duck your flying bird friend in the Dark World, so... Let's go get another blue potion. But yeah, like, I mean, I forget. I should know this. I'm an English major, but there are the 3 types of irony. And it's definitely not the one. Where, like, you say one thing and mean another. But, for Ganon... Oops, wrong button. Depending on what his thought process was. Like... You know, because he doesn't... You know, it's a thing that the audience knows that he doesn't. You could argue, I suppose, that it's ironic if he's like, haha, I have killed the knights, therefore no one can become the hero now, without knowing that he did not, in fact, kill all the knights and someone is going to be the hero. I guess you could argue, it would be a bad argument, I think, but I still would not call it ironic that the last one is the one to become the hero. Also, that's another thing that does not line up with Ocarina of Time at all. It's, yeah, situational irony is one, dramatic irony is one. I forget the name of the third one. Alright. Gonna make it take longer, but now I'm looking. I should know this. It's dramatic, situational, verbal. Okay, verbal's the essentially sarcasm, but yeah, so dramatic irony is when your audience has more information than your character, which is what I was talking about. So for the example, in Shakespeare's Othello, the audience knows that Othello's you know, best friend Iago is a bad guy. The audience also knows that Desdemona's been faithful. Othello doesn't know either of these things, so the audience gets to see the imminent fireworks while Othello remains in the dark. So that's dramatic irony. That's the one I was saying, I guess you could, like, we as the audience, if we saw this in a game, which we didn't, but if there was a game, and Ganon's like, I'm gonna crush all the knights, then we would know you're not gonna actually do that. That would be dramatic irony. Situational irony is when an outcome of a situation is totally different from what people expect. Type of irony is a literary technique riddled with contradictions and contrasts. For example, in Wizard of Oz, all the people in Emerald City assume Oz is powerful and impressive. However, he is in fact an old man with no special power. Or, for instance, a common example, in 1925, the New York Times said crossword puzzle was a craze that was dying out fast. So those are situational irony. And then verbal irony is, you know, saying one thing and meaning another, which is actually, I don't know if I pointed this out on stream or not. It was just with some friends. But, you know, everyone likes to be like Alanis Morissette's song. You know, isn't it ironic? And how nothing there is actually irony. There is one case, there is verbal irony about the guy who's afraid of flying on a plane. Oh, you're not an orny guy. I used to live in Kakariko Town. And what my partner is doing there now. Ribbit. Here's the other dwarf. And this is why we did number 4 first. But yeah, I forget exactly how the song goes, but essentially like the guy who doesn't like to fly on planes and then like the plane starts crashing. Like, that's not irony, but then he's like, well, isn't this a pleasant day? Or isn't this a pleasant trip? Something like that. That is actually verbal irony. So she did get one of them right. We'll temper your sword perfectly. Thank you, thank you. Okay, gotta leave to reset you. Oh, also, if you're like, oh look, they're hidden stuff with a hammer. I can help. Hey, amateurs shouldn't do this. You're getting in the way. Here, hit my sword. Temper it. Alright. Isn't this nice? Yeah. Temper my sword. I'll give you a big discount. 10 rupees. And now I have no sword. I'll punch you. And like, yes, it's fun to run around the thing, all that, but... Oh, maybe you do have to do... Okay. Well, I know what I'll do in the meantime. Maybe you have to leave their thing, but I'll do this. The key is locked inside the chest. You can never open it. Just take it with you. Because that's the logical. This chest can never be opened. I guess you better keep it forever. So you can take it with you if... I think you might have to stand on it to, like, take it with you on the bird. I don't remember. And you can't run, or you leave it behind. Yeah, the guy in the forest, when we got the heart piece, and we're like, I'll tell you a thing. And I'm like, we already know the thing. He tells you that this guy used to be a thief. And if you, like, read the sign, he's like, this guy doesn't want to talk to you. Go away. And if you, like, talk to him, he just says ... And if you take his sign, he's like, I'm gonna follow you forever. Couldn't you read the sign? And he'll just follow you until you leave. But through all those clues, you learn he used to be a thief. Bring him the chest. Promise you won't tell his secret. And there you go, magic bottle number 4. Isn't this nice? Yeah, I think you were talking about the song title. Yeah, that's what he says. During the plane crash, he says, isn't this nice? And that is verbal irony. I don't actually need to be in the dark world, but I left that in the way. Give me a sword. Yes. Oh yeah, you can. And now when it swings, you hear a whoosh. That's a power right there. Ugh. Okay. Now that we can come and go freely from here, we'll do the digging minigame. Sigh. Maybe we'll get lucky. Come on. 30 seconds. I said 80 seconds. 30 seconds, 80 rupees. Like, yeah, you can definitely make a lot of money doing it, but... You know, there, I'm at 85 rupees already. I've made a profit. But, to my knowledge, this one is also random. You can dig in the same spot, you can dig in different spots. Doesn't matter. And then what's the annoying part is you can't just reset it from right there. You have to leave the screen and come back. I want to dig. 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 Yeah, and this time I've made, what, 2 rupees? Ah, okay, there's money. At least in the randomizer, they've made it so that you will always dig it up your first attempt. Whatever the item is that it randomized into. Hey! Nice. Alright, I've definitely had it take a lot longer than that, so that wasn't too bad. But you can see why that's kind of annoying, like... There's no skill. And, you know, it's luck whether you make your money back or not to keep doing it. And you have to leave the screen each time. It's not my favorite minigame. There's certainly worse minigames out there, but... that one is not my favorite. That's just a fortune teller, both light and dark world. What we're coming here to do is get more stuff. I think we need the hook shot for that anyway. Did I get this yet? Don't think I did. Treasure. Yeah, could have got this when we came for Zelda, because we had the Pegasus points. I just forgot. And then there's just a guy who you can pay money and he'll give you a hint for a thing. Okay. I picked up all the bombs first. Now I'm one bomb short. Wah. Gonna be a whiny baby about it. So normally to get into the cape, you have to have the power gloves. Get in there. I could have gotten the cape earlier. But you know, it's not necessary, so you can do like this. Well, that guy has wait. And you don't need the power gloves. You can get in here as soon as you have the hammer. And if I'd done that, I guess I could have then gotten the cane of Bryn, but I don't remember that one. I'll see when I get there. Oh. I also never got the treasure over here. Yep. Never came back after the power gloves. I mean, you don't have to do it with the power gloves. You can just come back with bombs anytime, but, you know, it's a lot faster to do it this way. Because it just puts you right there. Then you don't have to go through all of the dungeon again. Okay, what else can we do? Well, we could go up the mountain, but I'm not gonna bother. Just to get the blue cane, which I never use anyway. Look at that later. So I think... let's do number 3. So here's an interesting fact. You can do stuff out of order to the point that you get save dungeon 3 to the last if you want to. But A, it makes things a lot harder without the fire rod, or at least you can save it until after 5 and 6. The point I'm trying to get is, if you get dungeon 5 and 6 in the Dark World and upgrade your sword to level 4, the boss is immune to damage from it, despite it being the strongest sword, because they're like, they didn't think to program in damage for that one. Because like, no one's gonna come here with the sword at level 4. Like, clearly people might skip this and get level 3 sword like we did, but... So there's an interesting fact for you. If you upgrade your sword all the way, you have to use like the fire rod or something else to defeat the dude. This. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna judge people based on looks normally, but someone just hit you with the ugly stick real hard, lady.